upon us our dignity. Together we will take it back. Hey there guys, Darkman here, and well, for RWBY Manga Chapter 5, which took, I think it was 2 months to come out. Don't know why that was. Could have been because maybe Golden Week happened on the time it was supposed to come out. I don't know. I don't think it would have. I know. Yeah, it definitely should have, because Golden Week was last week and it should have come out during March. Whatever, it just took way too long to come out, whatever. And you may also notice I don't have the pictures up. Yeah, lost them? Yeah, I had them for one video before losing them, which is weird because I put them down in a place I knew that no one would touch them, which is just like somewhere in my room, because I have like a big old bookshelf in there. I put them on that. Now I can't find them? So I'm either going to have to look for them and just try and find them again, or print more off, whatever. Okay, let's actually get into the chapter now. This is, honestly, there's not much to it, pretty much. Okay. So it starts off with, like, Blake, which just kind of thinking to herself, which is what it looks like. And then it shows Adam walking over to Blake, and she's, like, sitting on the rock, and just pretty much the first scene from the Black trailer. They prepare to go, and their mission is to pretty much just hijack this train and get the dust off of it, pretty much. So they jump down, they break into the train, and they're pretty much just a bunch of robots just laid out. And then after this point, it's all pretty much just a lot of really awesome looking fight scenes. And probably the thing I like the most about this chapter, because saying stuff that I like about this chapter is kind of different than saying it about Bleach, because this is all stuff that we've seen before, just now manga instead of the 3D animation that we're used to. But I have to say that, like, the coolest thing in this chapter is how they, like, drew, like, shadow clones, you know? Whenever she gets hit, she can just, like, leave a shadow clone behind to take the hit instead. And then it's just drawn really cool. I'll put a picture up of it. Yeah. And after that's just fighting, more fighting, more fighting, more fighting, more fighting, more fighting. They break some robots, they open the door, they find the dust, and they say that they're, like, getting ready to stop it, which I'm pretty sure, if I'm remembering correctly, I don't remember if they, like, said it in the Black trailer, but if I remember it correctly, they're planning on, like, blowing the train up to stop it or whatever. They got all the dust off. She asks him what about the crew. He just kind of looks at her, and he says Blake, but because of, like, a line that's on the robot that's behind him, yeah, now there's a robot behind him, and that's the last scene of the chapter, it kind of makes it look like they're both saying it, but it's also, like, kind of clearly not part of his speech bubble. But that just looks weird. And yeah, that's the end of the chapter. I mean, it's more going back on everything that I've already complained about, so I'm just going to sound like a broken record saying it all again, but to wait a month, there's not enough. I mean, even, like, the most recent Dragon Ball Super chapter is only, like, 25 pages. Oh my gosh, my arm's so weird, but I'm wearing this and it's not pulled down. But it's only 25 pages, but at the same time, it fills it all up with content. Like, it feels more full. Like, imagine you have, like, a sandwich. Like, each series was a sandwich, yeah, you know, that's a weird thing about what. This would pretty much just be, like, a RWBY chapter would pretty much just be the bread. And then, like, a Dragon Ball Super chapter would be so filled you could barely fit in your mouth. And now some people would say, well, that's pretty much all the trailer was, though. And then I'd say, well, yeah, but if you're just going to show us the same thing, you might as well add to it, change it up a little bit. Or just not show it again, because we've already seen it all. And from how this is set up, it looks like it's going to take another chapter to get done with the Blake part. well, the black trailer, because they still have to fight the robot, which, as far as I remember, was only like a 40-second fight in the trailer. Blake leaves, and that's it. So next chapter is also going to be like having no content to it whatsoever. This is kind of going back on like what they did for the white trailer. With the white trailer, granted, it wasn't as full as it should be, but there was more content there. Like, you just added stuff to it. Like, she was having flashbacks of other stuff during the white trailer and the manga version, and that's cool. We're learning more things. We're learning more about her thoughts, what she was thinking while all that stuff was going on. We learned why she was fighting that giant knight. But this is pretty much exactly the same except for like the very first page. And then the rest of the chapter is just the fight, which granted it's a cool fight, especially because of how it's drawn, because this art is amazing. Like, at first, I was like a little, like during the first chapter I was just like, the art is weird. But that's probably because it's like, doesn't look exactly like how you'd imagine a RWBY manga to look. Like, it looks a little bit different. But then by the time chapter 2 came around, I liked it a lot. And yeah, really it. So I'll see you guys again in like 3 months for another RWBY chapter. See you guys next time.